Girl power, Eala, Tjen unite in Abu Dhabi Open. For the first time in their professional careers, Eala and Janice Tjen of Indonesia will team up in the women's doubles at the Abu Dhabi Open in the United Arab Emirates. Eala and Tjen will join hands in the main draw as they face Filipino-Canadian netter Leylah Fernandez and Kristina Mladenovic of France in the round of 16 on Tuesday in a time yet to be announced at the Zayed Sports City International Tennis Center. The 20-year-old tennis star recently reached her highest Women's Tennis Association (WTA) rank at number 45, while her Indonesian counterpart improved to number 47. Aryna Sabalenka of Belarus remains the top women's tennis star despite losing her Australian Open title to world number 3 Elena Rybakina of Ukraine, 6-4, 4-6, 6-4. Iga Swiatek of Poland remains at number 2 while Amanda Anisimova of the United States sits at number 4. Eala, 20, is currently facing world number 112 Zeynep Samez of Turkey in the round of 32 at press time. The product of the world-famous Rafael Nadal Academy in Spain said she is excited to play again in front of a huge Filipino crowd in the Middle East in this acclaimed WTA 500 event. Eala recently played in the Philippine Women's Open where she made it as far as the quarterfinal before losing to eventual champion Camila Osorio of Colombia, 4-6, 4-6. It's really nice because I'm here in a different spot than I was the last time I was here, which was 2 years ago. I've changed a lot, grown a lot, and it's nice to see the welcome that I've had. Eala told The National. There's a huge Filipino community here, so I'm so excited. They've come out, and if you look behind you, there's a lot of people, so I'm so excited to play. Eala last competed in the Abu Dhabi Open in 2024, where she suffered a 6-7, 1-6 loss to Polish netter Magda Linette in the round of 32. Since then, Eala slowly rose through the ranks and is now within the top 50 of the WTA. It's really nice because I'm here in a different spot than I was the last time I was here, which was 2 years ago. I've changed a lot, grown a lot, and it's nice to see the welcome that I've had, Eala said. Under the desert sky of Abu Dhabi, where glass towers catch the sun and the air hums with ambition, 2 young women stepped onto the court carrying more than rackets. Alexandra Eala and Priska Madeline Nugroho Tjen didn't just arrive for another match at the Abu Dhabi Open, they arrived as a statement. A statement about youth, courage, and the rising tide of girl power in a sport long defined by its legends, but now being reimagined by its future. Eala, the Philippines' brightest tennis beacon, has become familiar with the weight of expectations. From junior Grand Slam glory to her steady climb on the professional tour, she has learned to play with poise beyond her years. Every swing of her left-handed forehand seems to carry a story of early mornings, family sacrifices, and a nation that watches her matches like shared prayers. She plays with clarity and conviction, as if she knows she is not just chasing points, but possibilities. Tjen, meanwhile, brings a different fire. Hailing from Indonesia, she steps onto the court with a fearless energy that refuses to be quiet. Her game is raw in the best way, quick feet, sharp instincts, and a competitive edge honed through years of grinding on the circuit. Where Eala's calm feels like a steady heartbeat, Tjen's intensity is the spark. Together, they create a rhythm that feels both balanced and bold. Their partnership at the Abu Dhabi Open felt symbolic. 2 Southeast Asian athletes, from neighboring nations with rich cultures but limited representation on the biggest tennis stages, standing side by side. In a sport often dominated by familiar powerhouses, their presence was a reminder that talent does not belong to geography alone. It blooms wherever it is nurtured, and wherever young girls dare to dream. On court, their chemistry told its own story. Quick glances between points. Encouraging nods after missed shots. High fives that felt like small celebrations of resilience. Doubles tennis is about trust as much as technique, and Eala and Tjen played like players who believed in each other. When one faltered, the other stepped in. When momentum shifted, they leaned closer, recalibrating together. But the real power of their union extended beyond the baseline. In the stands and across screens, young girls watched. Girls from Manila, Jakarta, Cebu, Surabaya, girls who rarely see themselves reflected in elite tennis. Watching Eala and Tjen, they saw proof. Proof that it is possible to come from where they come from and still belong on the world stage. Proof that friendship and collaboration can be just as powerful as rivalry. Girl power is often reduced to a slogan, but here it felt tangible. It was in the way they shared responsibility, in the way they competed without shrinking, in the way they owned the space they occupied. There was no apology in their ambition. No hesitation in their belief that they deserved to be there. The Abu Dhabi Open, with its pristine courts and global spotlight, became more than a tournament for them. It became a platform. A meeting point where stories crossed borders and where representation quietly expanded. Eala and Tjen didn't need to lift a trophy to make an impact. Simply by uniting, they had already won something bigger: visibility, inspiration, and momentum. As the match unfolded, wins and losses blended into the larger narrative. Tennis, after all, is a sport of moments, not guarantees. But what lingered was the image of two young women walking off the court together, shoulders squared, eyes forward. They looked like the future, confident, connected, and unafraid. In Abu Dhabi, under lights that shone just a little brighter, Alexandra, Eala, and Tjen reminded the world that girl power is not loud for attention, it is strong through action. And sometimes, the most powerful statement is simply standing together and playing your game, your way.